So, first of all, you've got to underline the key bits of the source. If you start up here with this bit of the source, what's that called? The provenance of the source. Hope you got that in your head. Well, the provenance tells us that this is the son of a very important person in the country, the Chancellor of the Exchequer, key position in government. And he says, well, several key things in here that we might underline. First of all, he says hysteria, so he's suggesting like hysterical, hysteria. I hope you understand that. I've heard those words before. It's like, that sort of thing. That the suffragettes had planted a bomb in their home. If we're looking for evidence of the reaction of people to the suffragettes, we're looking at a person who's had a bomb planted in the house by the suffragettes. Someone whose father has had a steel spike thrown through the window of the cab, which pierced his cheek and only just missed blinding him. So when we're looking at reliability of the source, we've underlined those few bits that I've just picked out. We've got to consider why the key bits make the source more or less likely to be reliable. Well, I think the most important thing to point out here, and I hope you've thought of this yourself, is that this person might feel particularly negatively towards the suffragettes because his dad has been really badly attacked and he himself has suffered if a bomb's been planted in his home. So in terms of reaction of people, this might not be typical of all of the people. If you think of all of the millions of people that live in the country, this is just one person, and this is probably somebody with quite a strong negative reaction to the suffragettes. But we've got to consider which bits of our own knowledge can help us. Well, our own knowledge tells us, or history tells us, that the suffragettes did use the tactics of planting bombs and trying to attack and assault different people who were against women's votes. I would guess that Richard Lloyd George's dad, who was probably David Lloyd George, was against women getting the votes. So, from your own knowledge, you would say, but this does seem like the sort of thing that the suffragettes used to do. These are tactics that we know they used, and this is a very plausible reaction to such tactics. So it's fairly, there we go. It's pretty much without a doubt that this is clear evidence of the reaction of a number of significant people to the suffragettes, and those would be significant people in power. But as evidence of the reaction of the people generally, it's probably a little bit more negative than the general population because his father's been attacked, and that's what you'd say. Hope you found that useful. Remember to pause and rewind if there's any bits that you missed, and make sure you use your purple pen to add any bits that you missed. Alright.